Phil here with another food testing video. Look what I got here. A nice holiday treat. Califia Farms Holiday Eggnog. Well, the thing is, this bottle in particular is empty because I've already tried it. And even though I finished the entire bottle, I do have a few criticisms. It's a weird sort of flavor to it. And after reading up on the contents here, I realize almond beverage is what's written here. So this isn't exactly eggnog in the same way eggnog is a milk product. This is more akin to almond milk, which explains why it was rather strange sort of taste to it. Holiday eggnog, naturally flavored. Now, I really do like eggnog. It's one of the favorite parts about Christmas. But there's so many good parts about Christmas. Of course, I love it all. But this wasn't the usual brand of eggnog that I usually get. And strangely enough, this was one of the last few bottles in the store. It was so close to Christmas time, and yet they already ran out of eggnog. Or rather, they ran out of the preferred eggnog. This was one of two that was just the last on the shelf. I'm shocked it got that way. So it's more akin to almond milk, and it does explain a few things. Now, Califia Farms. What's this? Oh, it even has a pronunciation guide. Pronunciation guide. Califia Farms, pronounced Califia. It's not Califia. Califia. Not caliphate. Not quite California. Califia? Califia, it's pronounced? Not Califia? Califia. Now, I think the Califia building is that really tall tower in the Middle East. It supposedly has the world record for the tallest building in the entire world, if I recall. I'm just reading up on this. Just like our California home, were named after the legend of Queen Califia? Queen Califia? Man, I don't know nothing about all this California lore. Like, California girls, Dukes bikinis on top. Yeah, I like that song, of course, but what is with all this lore about California? Why it's even called California? I know stuff about California. I visited it a long time ago on a vacation. Visiting this warm climate in winter does sort of have its advantages. Rather than all that snow, I can go to Disney World and had fun at Universal Studios. Ka-ching. Just like the Cat in the Hat did in that movie. Look, I know it wasn't like the best movie, but it was funny for the time. I didn't mind the jokes. California has all sorts of lore about it. There's Silicon Valley, where all the computer chips and innovations of that nature are made, the tech industry. There's San Diego, which has some sort of military base, and supposedly a big old T-Rex got set loose over there in the second Jurassic Park movie. And of course, there's Los Angeles, and Hollywood, and the Hollywood Valley, and was it Someone says something, The Valley of Dolls. Is that a movie? Anyway, Beverly Hills. Come get your fantasy in Beverly Hills. All right, I'll read more of this. Smooth and creamy almond beverage blends with a real cinnamon and a dash of nutmeg to create the delicious flavor of traditional eggnog. No, I don't think so. The other kind I bought from the store, that was a bit more. It's more of what I'm familiar with. Just without the eggs or any dairy. Oh my god! I just now read some of the details on this one. Because plant-based can still party. Let me just read off this paragraph entirely. Smooth and creamy almond beverage blends with real cinnamon and a dash of nutmeg to create the delicious flavor of traditional eggnog, just without the eggs or any dairy. Because plant-based can still party. And the part that bugs me is all these details here, and you can take a good look at it, and you can see what it has to say. Vegan. Of course it's vegan. Kosher. That's interesting. It's nice. Oy vey, it's not kosher, huh? What's this? Carcinogen free? Carcinogenic free? Well, I should hope so. But what's carcinogen free? Gluten free? Soy free? But I thought vegans love soy. And BPA free packaging. Oh, so this bottle can be recycled real good. Great, splendid, great. Oh boy. Pumpkin spice this, natural flavor this, yeah. Probably low fat, that's good, yeah. Vegan. Great, I should have known. That explains why it's at the bottom of the barrel. This is just like that time I had that fake cheese that was supposedly vegan. A fake cheese sauce that evidently doesn't even need to be refrigerated, and I gotta say, pretty darn disgusting when it's cold. I'm just saying. Naturally flavored. Well, this explains a lot about this. Non-GMO verified. Great. That's good. No soy. Good. I'm not a soy boy. Kosher. Why is kosher spelled with a U? Huh? Why is kosher spelled with a U? V for vegan, that makes sense, but why is kosher spelled with the letter U? Remember, in ancient Hebrew, there's no J in Jehovah. It's like, oh, okay. And remember, it starts with the letter I. Like, supposedly that was a quote from Indiana Jones or something. Anyway. Shake well. Perishable, keep it freely, do not freeze, consume. Always plant-based, yeah. Okay, that explains so much. All the plant-based whatevers, almond milk, this. Okay, great. Splendid. Explains so much. Well, it wasn't intolerable, but I do believe it was a little bit of a decrease to the quality of the stuff I usually have. Now, on the subject of California, there's all sorts of things going on in California. California. There's that big dinosaur statue way out in the desert, I think. Is Las Vegas in California? No. No, it is not. You've been playing that video game San Andreas too much, haven't you? You've got a warped perception of what the West Coast is like. Oh, I thought Washington and Oregon would be in that game. No, it is not. But there is San Francisco, full of hippies, full of poop on the streets, as I've been told. Apparently, San Francisco has a poop problem. Police officers are not allowed to stop people from pooping in the street. Oh no. There's poop everywhere. And there's homeless people, and there's hippies, and there's all sorts of rainbow-colored shenanigans going on over there. It's like, oh, it's all natural stuff. Sniff, sniff, snorting out of a bong or whatever drugs work. I'm not into that. No, not drugs. But where's Sacramento? Oh, and where's Anaheim? Ooh. I tried studying geography, but I still mess up things. But I did like San Andreas. That was a great video game. And as I recall, one of the better remakes of Invasion of the Body Snatchers takes place in San Francisco. It's a rainy old city. And who knows what shenanigans goes on over there. Dare I ask. Strange bottle shaped. Where did you say this was made? Distributed by Califia Farms. Cali Farms. Is this an American import? Where did this come from? I just bought it at the store a while ago. It's got to list out where it was made, right? Maybe it really did come from California, with Los Angeles, and Hollywood, and Miami Beach. Wait. No, that's Florida, isn't it? Well, everything I know about geography, I learned from video games, like GTA. Oh, dear. And what else did I learn? Was it? There's Santa Monica, Santa Modesta, and there's Bay City. Like, no, you mean San Francisco. No, I mean Baytown. Like, that's also from video games. Where else? Sunnywood. You mean Hollywood. I don't know. Los Angeles, there's... What's that? Straight Outta Compton. Gangsters like CJ in Grove Street. Straight Outta Compton. Rap and such, yeah. Straight Outta Compton. Whatever. And when we went on vacation, they said the car rental service said, no, don't you dare take this car into Mexico. And don't take it into Compton, that's dangerous. And that whole area downtown is full of gangsters. And like, okay, sure. No, and you need your passport ready for when you walk over to Mexico. Tijuana. And then on the vacation to Tijuana, all the little kids just walk up to you and immediately start crying if you don't buy their cheap stuff. They're always trying to hustle you when they're on vacation, you know? When people go on vacation, they hustle you. Like, there's this trick my mother fell for, and she's like, wow, they have a tame zebra here on the street. And like, Mom, that's a painted donkey. They painted stripes on a donkey. They can't tame a zebra. Where would they even get that? From the zoo? Oh. And there's dogs on the roofs for some reason. I guess they're the security guards. Oh, man. San Diego, Silicon Valley, San Francisco, Los Angeles. No, we're not going to Vegas. What are you talking about? Oh, dairy-free. Is this really a product of California? I should think they would label, but no, it couldn't be. You see, it's liters, right? It's measured in liters and grams and things, whereas an American system would use the imperial measurements, right? Like, I don't know, ounces, I suppose it's called, and gallons. Bakersfield, CAU. I have no idea. Well, anyway, it was a good Christmas I had, but vegan eggnog. Oh dear, that was a bit disappointing. I gotta tell you, as much as I do, at least in theory, like California, it has its trouble. You will be banished to the land of California. There you will be tormented by the Democrats. The Democrats, so they call them. And you will see all sorts of anti-homeless technology, spiked benches, and all sorts of big awkward rocks to keep people out of any kind of shelter they could get homeless. But all those structures will be painted yet rainbows because we gotta celebrate Pride. Like, Phil, that's a myth. They didn't really paint those that color. Oh, but they did leave out spikes so that the homeless people can't nap on the bench anymore, no? Because this is like this phenomenon they describe, anti-homeless architecture. And oh dear. And what else happened in California? The rent is going extra, extra high. And remember my pronouns. I'm like, why did I move here? Because he wanted to get famous in Hollywood. Like, the greedy businessman. He's like, I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. I'm gonna make you a star, baby. Yeah. And he's like, oh no. What am I getting myself into? Oh no. There's Weinstein and Epstein, and people are up to no good, and they're like, "Oh, goody, you." And like, you are going on trial for very nasty things. What have you done? And he's like, okay, I'm gonna pretend to be crippled when I go in there. He hobbles around with a cane that he needs at the beginning of his trial, but not at the end because he's done using it, and he can walk just fine when he walks out of the courtroom because he's a sneaky guy. That's what this sneaky guy does. Oh. Are you going to get in trouble for that comment, Phil? Who knows? Anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody.